We are back with another episode of On Air with Rare. But y'all already know, before we get into this, I need y'all to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube at Rare Footage Sports and follow us on X at Rare Footage News. Man, we got a good one, so we got to do this one right. We got a real good one. We're going to end the speculation. Matter of fact, I'm going to start it off like this.
Dynasty. As promised,
13-time Public League champion,
the world's most infamous
10-time state
Rockefeller
champion.
Records.
We in the building with the GOAT himself, Brother Andre. What's going on?
Rare, what's going on?
Thanks for being on air with Rare. How you feeling, man? What's going on? How's the energy on 21st and Champ Street?
Energy's great. Love this group of guys we got, so energy's great.
You know, I've been to a few of your open gyms this fall, and there was a lot of college coaches in the building. In this climate of college recruiting, a lot of coaches don't come out no more. I even spoke to a college coach where he said he used to come out between fall and the end of the season to about 75 times a year, and nowadays he barely get out 25 times. Why do coaches still pull up to check out your product on 21st and Godfrey?
Oh no, great question. One, I think because our guys are talented. We have good talent in our building. And the other thing is our guys have done a really good job of making a transition from, high school to college. So they've done well from, when they leave here to, making a name for themselves and fighting for minutes on the collegiate level. And I think most schools, when they come in our city, this is one of the places that they're deciding to come.
Speaking of college recruitment, you now have one of your lead guards, 2026 Jordan Dill, off the board. He just committed to Lemoyne. How was that for not only you, but for him and his family? He's a newcomer. This is his first year with the Panthers. And how good is he?
Jordan's a really good kid, and he has a great family. So we were glad that, he was able to find a school that he likes and feels like going to be able to be home for him for college. And, in terms of talent, I mean, Jordan, I tell people, and I was like, it's really, really difficult to score 2,000 points. I don't care where you score. To see the ball go in the basket that many times is really difficult to do. And he has a knack for scoring the basketball. And the other thing is, he's a better creator than people give him credit for. So we're excited about, him and just him being a part of our family.
You also added 2027 6'7" wing Malik Brown, which gives you more length and athleticism in your front court. What does Brown bring to the table?
Malik is like super, you've said it, super athletic, brings a bunch of energy on the court. He's been great. Like when Malik's at workouts and then when he's not, we see the impact of just the energy in the gym. His energy has been contagious for our group, and he's fit right in with our guys.
Now, your guy and the guy, Zaire Muhammad Gray, is back after missing all of last season due to injury. How big is that for your program to get back a player of that caliber, not only for this year, but next year as well?
Just huge. ZMG is like a really good player, and he has worked his behind off in rehab. So we're proud of him, just like all the work we've seen him put in. It was really difficult. It was difficult for him, like mentally, just being able to have some level of focus, because that was his first like traumatic injury that he's had like that in his life. So it was really difficult, not just like the physical grind, but the grind of just like mentally just fighting to get back for that long a period. But he's doing a phenomenal job, looks great, and he's going to be a major impact to our program.
How about your other guys? Lawrence White picked up countless offers this summer. Kevin Benson, who's expected to make the leap this year, and even your young guys in Ian Smith and Rocky Johnson. Talk to me about those guys a little bit.
Yeah, so, obviously Ian is our point guard. He's been definitely making another jump, and really, like, even last year, feeling like it didn't feel like Ian was a freshman last year. So he just from how well he played and how accountable he was game in, game out. And he's just taking that to another step this year. He's gotten stronger, shooting it better. And he's working on just being a better leader every day. But just great kids. Rocky Johnson, like it's the potential is like, how everyone talks about potential, and then guys start turning the corner, and Rock has been doing that and had a really good summer, and now he's just taking it to the fall. He's 6'3" now, so he's like keeps growing every time we turn around. And then the other two, obviously, like Teef's going to commit to a school sometime this week. And had a great experience of going and visiting multiple places, and just the kind of kid Teef is to go, how hard he is working as a student, and then how hard he works in the gym. It was just great to see someone put that much work in, and then he ended up with 12 Division I offers at the end of the summer. So that can't tell you too many kids more deserving of that kind of jump and attention than he is. And you're right in your intro about what we expect of Kev Benson. We think Kev Benson is a Division I player, and he has taken another stride. Like he's shooting the ball really well. He's 6'4". He can make plays with the ball in his hands, and as a catch shot shooter, he is one of the best workers I've ever been around in terms of just how much work he spends in the gym. Kev is a worker. A couple other kids you didn't name, Sean Banks has been having a really good fall. And then also, obviously, we got the unicorn ninth grader, Nas Lachato, who is 6'7", almost 6'8". And we're hoping that he continues to develop so that he can have an impact for us as well.
Now, you fell short last year of making it to Hershey to compete for a state championship. And that same team that won it last year is back and even more loaded, some people say. But what will it take for you guys to get back to that promised land?
We never worry about anyone else. We always feel like our work at Imhotep is what is important. We don't like, we're not looking to another program. We're just looking to be the best of ourselves. We believe if we do that, everything will take care of itself of our goals.
Now, a lot of people are saying this is the year. This is the year for Fells. This is the year for ENS. This is the year for Sankofa. This is the year for West. How do you feel about people saying that this is an odd year for your program, as dominant as you've been the last several decades, and people saying that they can spot the chinks in your armor? What do you say about that?
I say that we hear that every year. And we hear like, oh, this team, that team, this new vibe, that new vibe. We don't worry about any of that. Like, what matters is the work we put in at 21st and Godfrey. Like, what do we do to make ourselves the best team we could be? From our players, our coaches, like, are we grinding the way we're supposed to be? Because we know what it looks like to win. We know what it looks like to be one of the best teams in the country, and we have our own standard. So it's and trust me, like nothing is more motivating to us than our own standard. So we don't look outward for excitement or a challenge. We try to look inward about, like, are we the best of ourselves? And if we do that, we think everything would. Just think about last year, right? We won a True City Championship, Catholic League versus Public League champion. We won the True City Championship. We won our league for the 13th time since 2009. And then in some ways, people are looking at it as a down year. Like, that's what we've created in terms of the expectation for this program. And it's not outward from, like the media, the basketball heads. It's inward from ourselves. Like, we have that standard, and then it's passed along. Like, our graduates calling our kids that are on our team, like pushing them through the playoff, like that our brotherhood, like, is what is the expectation for us from generational player to generational player to generational player.
Let me ask you this, brother. How does the public league compare to the Catholic league? Me personally, I think if you line the top halves up of each league, any game could go either way. What do you think of that?
You talking about this season? This upcoming season?
I mean, this year, last year.
Yeah, I mean, normally the Catholic League is the deeper league. Like their league has like the depth of team, and like what they another thing they created with the Palestra, and because they have schools that are 70 years old, 100 years old, like they have the depth of numbers and schools that have long histories and traditions, and they've created a great product in what they do at the Palestra. That has not changed what this is for Imhotep. Like our thing is to be the best team in our league, and our team is to be the best team in this city. And while like who's the best team in the Catholic League has changed, like we don't care who the best team in the Catholic League is. We want to be the best team in the city, regardless of league. I don't, I always look at our role in this as holding the banner up for the public league as its best basketball team that it's been since, at least over the last decade. And we hope to continue to do that. And whoever comes out from their side, we want to be the best team in the city. So obviously that's a conflict with whoever is on the other side in the PCL. And while, I don't know what the numbers are for our league versus their league, I know what the numbers are for Imhotep versus their league. And we've won over 85% of our games the last 5 years against the Catholic League. Like, so we have, it's not been Catholic PCL dominate Imhotep. Imhotep has had 85% win percentage or better than the Catholic League the last 5 seasons.
You coached a lot of great players in your career. Does any one player stop what's going on Champ Street? Does one player change what you built or the winning culture there?
No, I mean, I think even last year, right? Like, Zah Muhammad Gray was arguably our best player coming into the season. We lost him, and that definitely hurt. That hurt a lot, right? But we, and then we lost another player and another starter. So we literally the team that won the city championship was out without 2 of our 5 starters that we started the season with. But the expectations for our program are the same. Right, we don't change that because of injury, someone moving on. We don't change that for anything. Like that's what we believe, and we're like, if we work hard enough, we may have to change. We may not be able to play the same way, but we have to figure out how to reach excellence of ourselves. And really, like I know we didn't win the state championship last year, but I was like super proud of what that team accomplished.
Absolutely.
Maybe more so than some of our championship year teams. Like for us, Teeth went from being our 3-man to our 5-man, and that's what happened during the season. But one of the things I love about our kids, like they never made excuses. They never hid from the fact that they're Imhotep basketball and this Imhotep charter school, and they, just rumbled and had what I felt was a great season that they had together. So, I don't, obviously we want to win championships, but sometimes like when kids overcome adversity, like those things, and able to reach the best of themselves, that's a blessing too. Like, just for them to be able to work with each other and care about one another to reach the best that they can. That's a blessing.
Yeah, I agree. Last question before I let you go, Coach. I normally ask a lot of college coaches, what does it take to become a collegiate athlete? So I'm going to ask you, what does it take to become a good high school player? Because a lot of parents, try to skip the phase of being a good high school player to being a great high school player, to being a great college player, and then a pro. But they look past being a good high school player first. So what does it take to become a good high school player?
Funny. Great question. The first thing that I think for mentality is just having a great work ethic and realizing there's always something to pursue to get better, whether it's strength, whether it's speed, whether it's quickness, whether it's your shot. There's always something to get better. Second, I feel like this generation it's me on steroids. And the reality is when you're a high school player and the next step is college coaches want players that are focused on winning. So when you're doing things that's focused on your team winning games, and you're focused about being a winner at the level you're playing, that translates because I don't know how many times I've heard over just this fall talking to coaches and they're like, yo, yeah, like we gotta get some guys from some winning programs. Because it's hard to develop a winning mentality if you've never won and don't care about winning. Right? Like, so just having guys that, and, in some cases, guys are in high school, they're coming from averaging 24, 20, whatever it is. When you make that jump, you're gonna have to sacrifice for your team.
Yeah.
Is your mentality one that you're willing to sacrifice for something that's bigger than yourself? I think this whole like me on steroids thing is really it's a tough mentality to leave high school to go to college with. You need to go with like, I'm a grinder, I'm a worker, and how can I help my team get better? And I know that sounds like, oh no, you could just change that in a week. No, you can't. Like it's very, very difficult. And sometimes in some cases is why kids like super struggle from going from high school to college. You have to have a winner mindset. You have to be willing to help your team. It may just be defensively locking up and not doing anything else. Could be. Are you willing to do that?
Well, Coach, I'm not going to hold you too much longer. I appreciate you being on air with Rare, and dare to be rare all season, and good luck, Coach.
I appreciate you, my man.
All right, talk to you, Coach.